Good morning to all traders and welcome on this Friday the 9th of October. So as we end the trading week, the second scheduled debate between President Donald Trump and Joe Biden appears to be cancelled due to the president contracting the coronavirus. Joe Biden has confirmed that he does not want to be in the same room as someone that can pass on the virus to him. The option of a virtual debate fell on deaf ears as Trump was quick to reject the option. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who is alarmed by President Trump's erratic behaviour in the past week, is putting her weight behind a bill to give Congress a role in determining whether the President of the United States must be forced out of office because he's incapable of doing his job. The 25th Amendment of the Constitution allows a president to be removed from office if a majority of cabinet members consider him unable to carry out his duties. However, with this coming so close to the election, the chances of this bill being passed by then are pretty slim. On the other side of the pond, GDP in the UK is set to ease slightly for the month of August when the results are out later today. However, as Britain battles a second wave of the virus, the hospitality sector will take another hit as pubs and restaurants prepare to close their doors once again. So I just want to take you through a handful of major pairs today, starting with the dollar Canadian. Later today, we have some unemployment news coming out of Canada, so it'll be very interesting to see if this bearish trend will continue due to the news. So what I'm seeing over the past few weeks is we've had this strong bearish trend. So what I want to do at the moment is go from the high to the recent lows and just to see what the potentials are. So I'll just zoom in to get a better perspective. So we've broken the 132 range and now it seems that we're easily going to hit the mid 131. So this is obviously going to be the next target that I'll be looking at today. As we get into the afternoon when the American session opens, we're probably going to see a little bit more downside depending on what the news events are. So prices are trading quite far away from the Ichimoku cloud, away from the two base conversion indicators. So we could see a potential to go down to the 131 to the high 130 areas, which will not be too far off as it's only 20 to 30 pips away from the 61.8. So these are going back to September lows. So this is what I'll be looking for today intraday for further downside. I look at dollar yen now as well. So what I've seen over the past few weeks is a nice steady uptrend. So again, let's just put a Fibo in there and just zoom in to see what the potentials are. So as we can see, we're trading quite far away from the cloud and we're going up to fresh highs, which we saw recently in the middle of September. So another push on the upside. We're seeing a little bit of resistance, could see further resistance if we do have another little push. Again, just looking at about 20 pips, which isn't that far away, if prices can stay away from the conversion line at least and the cloud itself. So what I'll be looking at today as we go into the trading day is to see if we can avoid this bounce at the 78.6 and range in this area and then go for another push on the upside. And finally, as we end the trading week, we looked at the pound dollar at the beginning of the week just to see what the potentials are. So I want to just zoom in a little bit on this upside channel that I've noticed from the last couple of sessions. So what I'm looking at the moment is the bias is on the upside. I'll just zoom in for that again. So from Monday, it was going on a steady upstream. It had a bit of a collapse here, but now it's recovered and still pushing upwards. So we're seeing that it's getting some support on the lower channel and we're going for another push at the median regression. Just put a small Fibonacci in from the recent lows to the recent highs just to see if there's a confluence level here. And what I'm seeing at the moment is it's going to probably have another attempt at this 130 region where it's finding some resistance. So the 130 region is a very good psychological level. Whether or not it's going to bounce back again, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe the GDP figures will give us a bit more indication on what's going to happen today. If the figures are not too detrimental, we could see another move to the 130. However, if they do seem to have a bit of a negative impact, then I'll just be looking to see if it's going to hit this lower channel and then possibly move to the 129 area, which is roughly about this zone here. So that's what I'll be looking at intraday. If we can avoid this cloud and stay above it, then the potential will be on the up. So a good buy stop trade could be implemented around the 129.6 area. So that's all for me today. Thank you very much for joining me. And if you have any comments, please feel free to post them and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great trading day ahead and have a great weekend ahead. Bye for now.